Greedy belly. Rematch. Claws come from your side, not mine. Stop whining and ducking. Be a man. Ink the contract or vacate the belt. I need undisputed. And not to play your stupid games.
The biggest heavyweight rematch of the century is fast approaching, and
trainer
the stakes
Sugar
couldn't
Hill's
be
doing
higher.
his
Tyson
Humphreys.
Fury, the Gypsy King, enters this battle with everything to prove. After suffering his first career defeat against Alexander Usyk earlier this year, Fury is not just fighting for titles. He's fighting to reclaim his legacy. The first bout was nothing short of a thriller, with Fury dominating early before Usyk made a stunning comeback, even sending Fury to the canvas in the 9th round. But it wasn't just the punches that made the fight unforgettable, it was the drama, the intensity, and the shock of seeing the previously untouchable Fury tested like never before. Usyk's split decision win in May left him as the undisputed heavyweight champion until the IBF belt was stripped from him, shaking up the landscape of heavyweight boxing. Now with the WBC, WBO, and IBO titles on the line, Fury is focused on redemption. But can he really turn the tables this time, or is Usyk simply too much for him to handle? Fury's camp has been tight-lipped, but rumors swirl about the changes he's made for this fight. Some insiders believe that Fury's training was subpar before the first clash. He had a lack of sparring leading up to the bout, which some experts claim contributed to his fading stamina and inability to finish strong. But there's one thing Fury doesn't lack: confidence. He's already predicting a spectacular victory, hinting that he has a strategy in place to wear Usyk down and ultimately stop him. But let's not forget Usyk. The Ukrainian champion has always been known for his intelligence and adaptability in the ring. Unlike Fury, he's the kind of fighter who excels in technical boxing, constantly outthinking and outmaneuvering his opponents. Usyk's calm demeanor and calculated moves have made him one of the most difficult challenges in the sport today. His victory over Fury earlier this year wasn't just a fluke, it was a masterclass in boxing. So, with everything on the line, the rematch promises to be even bigger, even more intense. The world will be watching when these two gladiators meet once again on December 21st in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. This time, there will be no room for excuses, no time for doubts. Only one will leave the ring victorious, and it's anyone's guess who that will be. Fury has his eyes set on revenge, but Usyk, he's not ready to let go of his crown just yet. This fight isn't just about boxing, it's about legacy, redemption, and proving who truly reigns as the king of heavyweight boxing. The drama, the stakes, the tension, it's all set for a showdown that will be remembered for decades to come. As the fight draws nearer, the tension continues to build, and the mind games between Fury and Usyk are getting more intense. This rematch isn't just about what happens inside the ring, it's about what happens outside of it too. Fury, ever the showman, has already started his psychological warfare. He's been playing the role of the mind master, trying to get under Usyk's skin. From calling the Ukrainian fighter boring to claiming that Usyk is scared of him, Fury's words have been a constant reminder that he's looking to dominate not just physically, but mentally as well. But Usyk isn't the type to get rattled. While Fury thrives on chaos and controversy, Usyk has always maintained a calm and stoic demeanor. His ability to stay focused, regardless of the verbal jabs, is part of what makes him so dangerous. When asked about Fury's antics, Usyk simply shrugged, focusing instead on his training and preparing for the fight. It's clear that Usyk understands the game. He knows that Fury's words are a tactic, but he's not about to let them interfere with his ultimate goal, keeping those belts. There's a bigger question at play here too. Can Tyson Fury stay disciplined enough to execute his strategy in the ring? In the first fight, there were moments when he seemed out of rhythm, caught in Usyk's movement and precision. Fury's strength is his unpredictability, his ability to change tactics on the fly. But against a fighter like Usyk, who is a master of adjusting on the go, Fury's improvisation can sometimes work against him. Usyk will look to exploit any gaps in Fury's defense, using his quick footwork and technical skills to outmaneuver him once again. But don't count Fury out. After all, the Gypsy King has one major advantage: his size. Standing at 6'9" and tipping the scales around 270 pounds, Fury has a physical presence that few can match. He's also proven to have incredible resilience. No matter how much he gets hit, no matter how much pressure is applied, Fury has a way of finding a second win. If he can keep Usyk at a distance and impose his strength without tiring out, this could be a very different fight. What's more, Fury has now had time to fully reflect on his loss and adjust his camp accordingly. The last time around, he was dealing with a host of distractions, personal issues, lack of proper sparring, and doubts doubts about his fitness, this time, there's no excuse. Fury is training harder than ever, and he knows this is his chance to prove that the first loss was just a fluke. But can he really come back stronger, or is Usyk simply the better fighter? And don't forget about the pressure of the occasion. With the fight being held in Saudi Arabia, the stakes are even higher. There's been talk about this becoming one of the biggest boxing events in history, not just because of the fighters, but because of the massive stakes at play. For Fury, this is about regaining his title and his pride. For Usyk, it's about solidifying his place in boxing history as one of the all-time greats. This isn't just another heavyweight bout, it's a fight for legacy, and every punch will count. As the countdown continues, predictions and analyses flood the airwaves. Experts, former champions, and boxing legends alike are all weighing in on who will come out on top. Lennox Lewis, for instance, has pointed to Fury's size and power as his key to victory, while others, like Oscar De La Hoya, believe Usyk's superior technique will carry him through once again. The debate is fierce, and there's no consensus on who's got the edge, but one thing is certain: the rematch between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk will be nothing short of legendary. With both fighters hungry for victory, the stakes couldn't be higher. The world is watching, and in just a matter of weeks, we'll know who walks away with the heavyweight crown. As the hype continues to grow, the questions on everyone's mind are: what will the fight look like? What strategies will Fury and Usyk bring to the ring this time? And most importantly, who will walk away with the victory? The first fight proved that both men have what it takes to hurt each other, but it also revealed weaknesses that can be exploited. Let's talk about Fury's tactics first. We know that Tyson Fury is a master of unpredictability. He's not just a fighter, he's a showman, and every fight feels like a spectacle. In the first bout, Fury tried to dictate the pace, but Usyk's calmness and technical prowess neutralized much of Fury's offense. One of Fury's main strategies is to use his size and reach advantage to control the distance. With his long jab, he can keep his opponents at bay, setting up his devastating right hand, but Usyk is no slouch when it comes to closing the distance. He's got lightning fast footwork and an ability to dart in and out of range, making him incredibly hard to hit. If Fury can land those big punches early, it could be a game changer, but if he allows Usyk to get inside and work his combinations, he might find himself in trouble. Now let's flip the script. What about Usyk? The Ukrainian has proven time and again that he's a technical mastermind in the ring. His footwork is second to none, and his ability to change angles mid-fight makes him incredibly elusive. Usyk's strategy last time was to stick and move, using his jab and straight left hand to keep Fury off balance. He was able to frustrate the bigger man with his speed and precision, landing clean shots and then immediately getting out of range before Fury could retaliate. Usyk's stamina and conditioning are also a major factor. He can maintain his high output for all 12 rounds, something that Fury has sometimes struggled with in the past. But even with all these advantages, Usyk can't afford to be complacent. Fury is always dangerous, especially late in fights. If Usyk is too focused on outboxing Fury, he might forget about the Gypsy King's knockout power, which can come from anywhere at any time. One of the big unknowns heading into this fight is how Fury's mental state will play into his game plan. We've seen him be unpredictable, even a bit reckless at times, but will he stick to a game plan, or will his emotions get the better of him again? In the past, Fury has been known to take risks, whether it's taunting his opponents, leaning into his natural trash-talking persona, or getting drawn into the hype. His mental toughness is a huge asset, but it's also a double-edged sword. Fury needs to stay calm and focused to ensure he doesn't get caught up in the chaos. Usyk, on the other hand, seems to have a mind like a steel trap. He's calm, patient, and knows exactly what he needs to do to win. But there's a key difference in this fight. While Usyk is the underdog, he's also the more consistent fighter. His mindset is all about discipline, and if Fury lets his guard down, Usyk will punish him. But let's not forget that this isn't just a battle of tactics, it's a battle of wills. Both men have been through intense struggles outside the ring, and each has their own personal journey that's brought them to this point. Fury's mental health battle and his journey back from retirement are well documented. He's fought his demons and come back stronger every time. Usyk, on the other hand, has been fighting for something much bigger than himself. As a Ukrainian, he's been carrying the weight of his country on his shoulders during a time of crisis. Usyk has said that he feels a deep sense of responsibility to represent Ukraine in every fight he has, and that kind of motivation can't be underestimated. It's a personal war for him, one that goes beyond just winning titles. The energy surrounding this fight has also been magnified amplified by the location, Saudi Arabia. The global spotlight will be on them, and the pressure to deliver a fight worthy of the occasion will be immense. This isn't just about two fighters squaring off, it's about making history. The Middle East has become the new destination for mega boxing events, with huge money backing it. This could be a defining moment not just for Fury and Usyk, but for the sport of boxing itself. So as we close in on the rematch, it's impossible to predict exactly what will happen. Will Fury's size and power overwhelm Usyk, or will Usyk's technique and heart prove to be too much for the Gypsy King? One thing is certain, this will be a fight for the ages, a clash of two giants, both in stature and in spirit. Get ready, because in just a few weeks, we'll all have a front row seat to one of the most anticipated rematches in boxing history. As we move closer to fight night, the anticipation surrounding Fury versus Usyk has reached a fever pitch, but there's still one major question that's lingering in the air. How will each fighter adapt from the first fight? The first encounter was full of drama and unexpected moments, and both men have had time to study the tape, learn from their mistakes, and make adjustments. The key here is, who can make those crucial adjustments? Let's start with Tyson Fury. The first time around, Fury's game plan was focused on his usual strategy, using his size to wear Usyk down. But there's a fine line between using your size to control the fight and overestimating your physical advantages. Fury found himself unable to fully dominate Usyk the way he might have expected. Usyk's elusiveness and speed allowed him to slip past Fury's punches and make him look a bit slower than he's used to. Fury's camp knows that this time he needs to be more strategic, to impose his will early without overextending. Expect Fury to come out with more intensity in the early rounds, trying to push Usyk back and land heavy punches from the get-go, but don't expect him to come charging in blindly. Fury's boxing IQ is second to none, and after the first fight, he's no doubt made adjustments to cut off the ring better and avoid Usyk's tricky angle. That might mean he goes for a more calculated approach in this rematch, focusing on accuracy over aggression. But while Fury's boxing brain is elite, his tendency to rely on pure athleticism and size sometimes leads him to take risks, like when he dropped his guard in the first bout, giving Usyk a few opening shots. Now, on the flip side, what about Alexander Usyk? The first fight was a display of his incredible boxing ability. He stayed composed throughout the bout, outboxed Fury in several key exchanges, and showed his skills from every angle. However, Usyk also found himself getting backed into corners a few times, and Fury did manage to land some solid shots. But here's the thing, Usyk is a chameleon in the ring. He's known for making adjustments on the fly, and that's going to be a huge factor in this rematch. Usyk's greatest strength isn't just his boxing, it's his adaptability. He's shown time and again that he can switch up his tactics depending on what's needed. In the second fight, Usyk will likely look to use his movement even more, darting in and out and switching stances to throw Fury off balance. This might be his biggest weapon. If Usyk can frustrate Fury with his footwork and punch selection, he could steal rounds, just like he did in the first encounter. But one of the main challenges Usyk faces in this rematch is Fury's unpredictability. Fury thrives in chaos. He's the kind of fighter who can change the pace in an instant. Usyk may need to be even more cautious in this fight. If he gets caught in a firefight with Fury, his elusiveness won't matter as much. The real test for Usyk in this fight is whether he can maintain his composure while facing a more aggressive, high-pressure Fury. Usyk is a brilliant technician, but Fury's unpredictability and raw power make him one of the toughest opponents in the world. Usyk's ability to manage the distance, not get drawn into wild exchanges, and stay focused on his plan will be crucial to his chances of success. Now, let's talk about what's at stake. Both of these men have legacies to build, but for Fury, this rematch represents a chance to cement his claim as the greatest heavyweight of this generation, and possibly of all time. A win over Usyk would put him in elite company, securing his spot in boxing history. Tyson Fury has already defeated the likes of Vladimir Klitschko and Deontay Wilder, and now Usyk stands between him and immortality. If he gets past the Ukrainian, there's little doubt that Fury's career will be seen as one of the greatest in the sport's history. For Usyk, it's more than just a championship belt. As a proud Ukrainian, he's fighting for something much bigger than himself. After all, Usyk has become a symbol of national pride, representing Ukraine on the global stage during a time of political turmoil. His incredible victory over Anthony Joshua not only secured his place as one of the top heavyweights, but it also made him a beacon of hope and resilience for his country. A win over Fury would be the crowning achievement in a career already full of great greatness, and it would add even more fuel to his incredible story. In many ways, this fight is about more than just the WBC and WBA titles. It's about legacy, pride, and honor. But no matter what happens in the ring, the fight between Fury and Usyk will undoubtedly leave a lasting impact on boxing. This is the kind of bout that fans will talk about for years to come. Two of the best heavyweights of the modern era, both at the peak of their powers, clashing for supremacy. And regardless of who wins, boxing fans are in for a treat, because this is a fight that has it all: strategy, drama, and raw, unfiltered emotion. So with the clock ticking down to fight night, the excitement is almost unbearable. This isn't just another fight, this is history in the making. And when Fury and Usyk finally step into the ring, they won't just be fighting for titles, they'll be fighting for their place in the history books. And whether you're rooting for the Gypsy King or the Cat, one thing is certain: this is a fight you won't want to miss. Now, we want to know, who do you think will win? Will Tyson Fury's size and power be too much for Usyk, or will the Ukrainian speed and precision prove unstoppable? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you're as excited as we are for the rematch, and make sure to subscribe for all the latest updates. The countdown to fight night has officially begun. Let's get ready for a showdown of epic proportions.